The concept of using every single closing tool when you're setting up an appointment for a cancel policy. Now, you have to understand the following. You're really going to have to add value for your client to show up the same day. Cancellations are the easiest of all calls simply because their policy is canceled. They need to take care of it immediately. Now, it's going to be up to you, to the information that you offer, to the closing tools that you offer, to see how fast they can make it into the office. Now, you have to learn all the closing tools. You're going to use all the closing tools into a presentation, and that's how you're going to obtain a commitment on setting up an appointment. But you have to understand you need to use massive amount of closing tools. So one closing tool is not enough. Two is not enough. Three is not enough. Four is not enough. Five may not be enough. Six may not be enough. You have to have a list of all the closing tools, and you have to use them one after the other one after the other one. So I'll give you an example. First of all, I could use, sir, I completely understand you're busy, but my goal is to help you, and the only way that I can help you is by you setting up an appointment and actually coming down to the office. That's one. I'm actually glad I got a hold of you because now I'm able to give you information. Now you're able to make a better decision. That's two. I want you to make a decision, sir, simply because we are not able to predict the future. We don't have the ability to predict the future. So the more you wait, the more issues you can encounter. You're going to put yourself in a position where you could actually be involved in an accident and you can have a lot of issues. That's three. The issues that you're going to encounter, sir, just so you can know, they could be life-changing events. Meaning, if you hit a vehicle, it's a total loss, you're responsible for $15,000. You're going to have to pay those eventually. They're going to send them to collections. There may be a lawsuit against you. You're going to end up paying that eventually. That's money out of pocket. Your license will be suspended. Your credit score could be affected. That's a lot of issues. That's four. The longer you wait, sir, the more chances of you being involved in a situation. Don't do what other customers have done and wait too long, because the longer you wait, the more issues you're going to encounter. That's five. So the whole concept is just to keep adding them over and over and over. I just gave you a quick example. Just five. I set up a presentation of using one after another one after another one after another one. Now, the more you emphasize on the risk, on them being involved in an accident, on the benefit of them making the best decision, of you helping them, the fact that, you're glad you got a hold of them, you're concerned about their situations, the more you emphasize on that, the more motivated they are to set up an appointment. Now, if you're not accustomed, if you're not used to using all of these tools all at once, and you're simply just telling them, look, you're driving without insurance, you can get a ticket, how soon can you make it, then that's not good enough anymore. You have to use all these tools. You have to use every single tool that you could possibly use. The more tools you use, the better chances of them showing up. Maybe they're not showing up simply because we're not convincing them. We're not adding enough value. We're not creating urgency. We're not creating fear motivation for them to actually show up and set up their policy, reinstate their policy. So you have to remember, you have to learn all the closing tools. You have to use them. Use a few on every single conversation. It's going to make a bigger difference.